Bitcoin almost reaching new all-time highs. Guys, what is happening? What is happening with Ethereum as we have seen a massive breakout? It is full moon as well. What does that mean? Guys, all about that in today's video. And we are going to have a look at some altcoin charts as well. And I'm going to share with you my train of thought in the markets right now. So guys, let's go. Guys, from a weekly standpoint, Bitcoin is looking phenomenal. When we have a look at this resistance line right here, we just broke above that resistance retest right now on the weekly time frame. When you zoom in, we're actually already creating new highs with the body of the candle. So this week starts already massively bullish. And when we have a look at the relative strength index, we have a declining resistance, which we are most likely going to test like in the near future, and hopefully we can break this, because this will unlock some new momentum and it would fit completely with the part of the cycle that we are in. We have been very concrete with the path of Bitcoin on this channel, and nothing has basically changed. And right now it is the 11th of August, and if we reach 130k before the end of August, guys, this is a big thing for me, because it proves to me that the calculations that I did based on the Gann method are right, because I've said that Bitcoin is going to reach 130,000 US dollars by the end of August based on the WD Gann calculations, and I said that when Bitcoin was still trading at 85 or 90,000 US dollars. Looking on the daily time frame, guys, is it a coincidence that we just started the cycle from full moon to the new moon? Because that's often where we are seeing price increases, and right now it's not different as well. We are seeing again full moon just passed. I saw it through my bedroom yesterday because it was shining. Actually, it was officially the 8th of August, but the last days I just see it shining to my bedroom, and it's lighting up the whole room basically. But of course, a more important metric to watch, of course, is the 60-day cycle on Bitcoin. And we started the new 60-day cycle. We are right now on day 8 of this new 60-day cycle, which is still really early, right? So we can still often, the first 30 days of the 60-day cycle are the most bullish ones. So we are still very early, and therefore I expect Bitcoin to continue this path to 130k by the end of August. But the 4-year cycle, as you can see, guys, is coming into the red zone. This is something I want to share about before we are going to back into the charts again. We are definitely getting closer to the end of this cycle, but we haven't seen the crazy mania phase yet. I haven't heard my neighbor talking about Bitcoin. I haven't heard the barber, although I don't really go to the barber. I haven't heard them talking about Bitcoin as well. So we are right now coming into that phase where people start to wake up. And this is something that I realized, because I would tell my friends a lot of times, like, man, you should buy crypto, you should buy this and this and that, you should go into crypto. And then they would tell me kind of like, yeah, I don't know, they don't really believe that much in it. But when I tell them right now, or sometimes they would ask me, hey, do you think it's still a good time? So this is the first stage of the end, because now the retail is waking up. They are going to ask themselves, is it a good time? Suddenly, sometimes they will go to the computer, watch some charts. They will see things are going to go up, and then their internal process, their emotional state will suddenly but gradually shift to a more bullish standpoint. So they will go into the next coming weeks and months, more and more people, they will change into a perspective where they say like, yeah, it is going to be the future and I don't want to miss it. I want to become a part of it. So they are going to enter the markets. The markets will be flooded with these short-term people looking for quick gains. This is a very big characteristic of what's happening at the end of the cycle. And I think we are just seeing the start of it. So what we have to do is we got to do the opposite. We got to stay grounded during these times. We got to observe what is happening. Do not be too much emotionally attached. Take your distance from the markets. Look at the markets, observe it. But don't get this emotional thing like, yeah, I hope you get what I mean. And during this season, where a lot of things are going up, there's a lot of opportunities coming left and right in the markets. If you want to take advantage of that, you want to trade, make sure to join one of the exchanges down below with the affiliate link, as you will get some extra bonuses or discounts. So on BitUnix, you can get a 20% deposit bonus on your first deposit, and on BTCC, you can get a deposit bonus of 10%, which goes up to 10,000 US dollars on your first deposit. Definitely a lot of free money you can use to trade. So guys, check that out if you are interested in it. So guys, let's go to Ethereum, and I actually kind of perfectly played this chart out because I didn't change any of these drawings. This is just the chart, how I open it, and you can see that based on time, I was actually expecting a low right here happening in Ethereum. Then we even have a horizontal line right here. I've put the first cycle low for Bitcoin in the blue right here, which is of course like 2 days after the real low occurs. So again, that is super valid, and right now we are seeing the full moon thing going into effect. At least can be a correlation, can be a causation, who knows, believe whatever you want to believe, but this has just been perfectly playing out, and Ethereum is gaining momentum against Bitcoin. We are seeing Ethereum season right now. I want to show you guys on the weekly time frame what we are seeing right here. So we have this declining resistance, right? This declining resistance, and I actually drew two of these resistance. We have one line right here and one line right there because we have kind of like a breakout, fake out right here because we broke this resistance and then we broke back below it. But right now we just broke above it, bam, green candle, retest. This is a clear breakout. This shows that the market structure of Ethereum, the former market structure of Ethereum, can be thrown in the garbage, and we've entered a new market structure which is more bullish. And again guys, this is all in the line of expectations that we had from the past couple of weeks, because we have seen the Bitcoin season already. Capital rotation is flowing into Ethereum, right? From Ethereum, it will flow into large caps. I think Litecoin will be the next big runner from the large caps. Then from the large caps, eventually it will go to the lower caps. But interestingly, looking at large caps, what we want to do right now, at least the Ethereum holders, you want to wait, of course, a little bit because we just have seen the breakout. We can see a little bit more momentum coming up on Ethereum, but you want to have a look at charts that are looking good against Ethereum. So now you want to use your Ethereum to rotate these profits that you are making with Ethereum, to rotate them into different trading pairs to get more out of your buck. So for me personally, one of the examples that I'm looking at is Cardano against Ethereum. This is Cardano against Ethereum, and what you can see right here is that we have somewhat of a change in trend right here. So we have a low that is right here, and here we created a higher high. So we broke above this high. We get a big correction against Ethereum. Do take in mind, this is against Ethereum. And right now we could be seeing, but there's no confirmation of that whatsoever. We have to wait maybe a little bit, and maybe it goes even lower. But we could be seeing a higher low. That would mean that this would change as well. So we had like a very clear downtrend, low, higher high. First higher high is already the sign, the first sign you want to see of a potential trend change. The second sign that you want to see is a higher low. So that higher low will be the second confirmation, and of course the biggest confirmation, I'm not going to wait for that, is break again above this high. So what I'm going to do is, if this would set a clear higher low, then I would definitely think moving some of my Ethereum into Cardano, just to speculate again, to rotate my capital and to follow the waves that the market is offering. But the same is true, guys, for Litecoins against Ethereum. So we don't have that clear structure like we have said just with Cardano, that we already created kind of a higher high, because from this high we still haven't broke that high, but the structure that we are seeing on Litecoin against Ethereum looks pretty good. And the reason why is because this is a potential reversal pattern that we are seeing. We have a inverse head and shoulders potentially, so we have a left shoulder right here, head in the middle, beautiful, and then we get a right shoulder potentially right here. So this chart shouldn't go that much lower. It shouldn't go lower than this level, but maybe in the best, like in a good case, it shouldn't be lower than this. So it can still dip a little bit. So with Ethereum gaining a little bit more momentum, but this chart should bottom, and then we should go back to the resistance. Once we break the resistance, basically the target of this formation would be the width of the neckline from till the head, put at the point of breakout, which would be an increase of roughly 160%. So you have to view it as this. So if Ethereum would, for example, double from 4 to 6K and double from 4 to 8K and this chart gains 100%, then Litecoin triples. It grows harder than Ethereum, because this is a chart we are looking right now at Litecoin against Ethereum, and I find this a very interesting chart. I believe that something big is going on with Litecoin, and the only thing that makes me a little bit doubting about this whole situation is the amount of bullishness I see on Litecoin when I go over on Twitter, for example. Many people talking about Litecoin. But anyhow, that was also the case with XRP right before the breakout. So I still believe Litecoin has a huge opportunity, because almost all the charts that I'm looking for at Litecoin, the Litecoin US dollar chart, Litecoin Bitcoin chart just broke out from a resistance from 3 years ago. I can quickly show you guys that, which I have of course already done in the past. But anyhow, you can see it right here. We have a resistance created in 2023. Right now we broke above that resistance, and these are just strong signals. These are very strong signals. A lot of Litecoin charts are looking very good, and I have to give a little bit of disclaimer that the biggest chunk of my portfolio right now is as well in Litecoin. And I definitely plan on taking profits once this chart is taking off. But what I feel, and this is really my personal opinion and my personal feeling in the markets, is I believe we are going to see something similar as 2017. And I think a lot of tokens that were forgotten in 2021, but they were very popular in 2017, I think they can make a big comeback. And one of those tokens was XRP. So we have already a little bit of evidence of that, which makes it so interesting to me, because it's not only speculation what's going on, there is some unfolding of this speculation already happening. That's what drawn me to Litecoin in the first place. So guys, this is what I'm looking at in the markets right now. I personally believe dips are made for buying. I do not think it is the moment to panic. It is the moment to stay grounded. It is the moment to rotate your capital a little bit. Yeah, look at the tokens that have been performing good. For example, Ethereum or Bitcoin, of course. And look at some charts that can bring maybe a little bit of a better return. Let me know the charts in the comment section, because I will look at the charts that you guys tell me, and I might bring them up in the next videos. But this is a little bit my stance in the market right now. I'm positioned for the good charts, and I'm not chasing the pumps, but I rather look at these charts that are setting a little bit or almost higher lows, right? So you don't have that much confirmation yet, but you do have a very great setup and great entry when these patterns are playing out. This is a little bit my mindset, and I have full confidence. So I'm personally, guys, in I think one of my best performing seasons of the whole time I have been active in the market. So I'm super happy with that, and I hope you guys too. And yeah, guys, and if you looking for like-minded people, guys, make sure to join the community. We have an online community. There are some very great technical analysts in that community that are sharing their charts as well. So if you're looking for short-term charts, make sure to check out the community. It's just for free. You can just join with the Discord link down below. Make sure to have respect for every single one, and you can talk about things outside of crypto too, right? Maybe some locations you want to move to, maybe some initiatives that you have, other questions that you have, you can ask them in the community. That's why the community is there. And if you are an experienced trader and if you want to support the channel, make sure to join one of the exchanges that I'm recommending down below in the description, because you will get a bonus, you will get an extra benefit for signing up on one of these platforms. I will receive a part of the commission, which makes it able for me to create these videos for you guys. Very much appreciated. I want to thank you all for watching. I wish you all a beautiful day, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video. Bye bye.